Hi, my name is Paul Steward. I'm a Pomo from Elem Indian Colony.
Hekathe Mahwikden, Donna Fernandez, Elem Buck. Wimishek, Obated, Wim Elem Buck. How are you? I'm Donna Fernandez. I'm Pomo from Elem Indian Colony in Clear Lake Oaks, California. My parents are Donna Sewell, a Canadian, and Richard Stewart, Elem Indian Colony. I'm the granddaughter of Priscilla Smith and the great-granddaughter of Lena Leon, both from Elem.
The state of California was founded in 1850 due to the discovery of gold in the California Gold Rush. That inspired a lot of settlers from all over the United States and around the world to come to California. The new government of California that was established by all the early Americans and European immigrants to this land created the state government of California, and they enacted laws and they passed government actions to take military actions and also private citizen actions against Native Americans, indigenous peoples living here in California, truly just to kill them, to get rid of them so that they could have open land to mine for gold and or develop this wonderful new state and country of America.
This is a purposeful annihilation of my people, both the people themselves, the land from which they came from, the plants, and culture and language.
The genocide also brought about a sense of pain or defeatedness in our ancestors and our elders that carries today. That's why you see Native Americans have lower educational outcomes, have less generational wealth and financial gain to pass on to the next generation. That's why you see Native Americans suffer from health effects and conditions of alcoholism.
Some people might think of genocide as just the killing, mass killing, but genocide comes in many forms. For me, I see as the third generation, if not fourth generation of genocide. I see the biggest thing that was genocide was the assimilation period. My grandma went to boarding school. And she came back with the idea that she wasn't going to teach the language, even though she was fluent in the Pomo language. She wasn't going to teach that to her children, that they needed to speak English.
There were laws and just general organizational actions against Native people to speak their language in towns and cities or in boarding schools, which were enacted shortly thereafter the military campaigns.
We have one speaker left. Loretta Kelsey is our last fluent speaker of our language from the Hokkien family. And that, to me, is the effects of genocide. In the Clear Lake area, we have records to show that we have been around for thousands of years, 20,000 years, evidence has shown. And there have been, there would be considered like 10,000 or more Pomos in the area of Clear Lake. And if we think about what there's today living around the lake with the 7 tribes, we're maybe 1/3 of that.
America, the American government, the new American settlers and people took over all of what is the United States today and attempted to kill the native indigenous population. But they didn't. There were those that held on and survived in various ways and lived on to be here today to give us that knowledge.
There's definitely been annihilation of our tribe and our tribal people, but our ways have remained. Our roundhouses are still here. We are building back and moving forward. Our baskets are being wove, and we continue to teach. And the beauty of one of the things I see is we're not only teaching our children in our ways, but we're also teaching non-natives.
Despite the genocide, all we can say is thank you, Bochtotsu, and bless those elders who fought and remembered and were rebellious to hold on to their culture and language and everything that they could know and remember about the old ways of life against the grains and against the drive of assimilation. For them to hold that on and give that to us living today is a blessing. Our lives are a gift of love from our ancestors that suffered so hard just to live.
When I look around, I only see natives in California very much. And it's although I do see, all the other diverse people that are here, I still see a big community of Native people that want to carry on their traditions, want to know that we are here and part of this California life. It's a story of survival. It's a story of being able to have pride in who I am and know I come from a strong people. So when we gather, when we have our Tule Boat festivals, when we have our dances, it makes me feel, proud of where I come from and who I am, and know that I come from the original people, and have a sacred beliefs, and I have a connection to our earth, and that the fact that I eat tules and know how to do that, that feels great. That feels like I'm carrying on traditions.
Don't take this history as a history of shame or embarrassment. It's sad and it's a painful history, but again, the fact that you're alive today, you as a Native person, are a blessing. So those Native students out there, take pride in yourself that your ancestors fought and survived and brought you forth today, that you can be here to continue carrying on that spirit and living in glory.
One thing I tell all the students in the class is that you are our next adults in our society. You are our next leaders in this community, and that you have a voice and it matters. You have a right to an education, and that education will advance not only yourself, but it is one of the things that we know will advance families and advance societies and communities.